Good morning, everybody. This is Blaine and welcome to the Church in Henderson, the voice of Henderson. I'm on my way to work, and just got some meditations that's on my heart that I really want to share this morning. And one is that this past Sunday, I preached on the lust of the eyes, the lust of the flesh, and the pride of life. And out of that teaching came this marvelous revelation, because the scriptures before there really talking about that if you love the world and the things that are in the world, and this is our 1 John chapter 2, that the love of the Father is not in you. So even while preaching that, the revelation, the light, the illumination of God really spoke to my heart and began to give me clarity on what does it mean to have the love of the Father not in you. Now, it didn't say that you wasn't saved. And so how can you be saved and not have the love of the Father in you? Well, first you got to go in and say, well, what is the love of the Father? What does a good Father do? Now, Jesus kept pointing back to the Father. He said, the things that I do, the things that I say, the things that you see me do, the things that you hear me say, none of the things that I do, none of the things that I say are any different than what the Father would do. And that I am a representation of the Father. And that the things that I speak only what the Father speaks. And how I think, how I come to a conclusion, is how the Father thinks. So if you want to know the Father, you know me. And then he told the Sadducees and the Pharisees that I know you do not know my Father. Because if you knew my Father, then you know me and my Father are one. And then, of course, they just went crazy, man. They went ballistic. How dare this carpenter's son equate himself with Yahweh, you know? And so the love of the Father, the good Father, the Heavenly Father, our Father who art in heaven, our Father, is a kind Father, is a giving Father. He's generous. The Bible says if you ask for a piece of bread, he won't give you a snake. You know what I'm saying? You want a cool glass of water, he won't give you a scorpion. In other words, our Heavenly Father is a good Father. He's a good Father. And so, he has our best interests out. He even started in the garden. He even said, hey, look, you can eat all these things. You can have all these things, but don't eat this middle one because it's poison. And of course, we went around and we ate it. And so, the tree of the knowledge of good and evil is both good stuff and bad stuff. And so, that's what a father does. A father protects. A father warns. A father provides. A father wants the best for his children. Not the worst. He wants the best for his children. That's a good father. Not an earthly father. And the Bible makes a distinction between an earthly father and a good father. And so we go to that chapter 2 in 1 John. It says that if you love the world and the things that are in the world, that the love of the Father is not in you. In other words, that when you start to lust after the things that is not of God, then those lusts brings hurt, not only to you, but to other people. Let me give you an example. Let's say you have a girlfriend, boyfriend for that matter, a significant other, that's what we call them today, that complicated relationship, and you are having premarital sex or fornication. The love of the Father is not in you. And you can say, I love, but the Bible calls it lust. Lust of the flesh, lust of the eyes, and he called it the pride of life. Is that, why would you hold the other person captive if you truly love them? Now, what you are calling love, the Bible, the Heavenly Father, is calling lust. Or you're going after that which is forbidding. You have turned towards that which is forbidding. The love of the Father means I want the best for this person. So why would I hold you in a relationship with you so that you can't get married? Because I'm not going to marry you. I'm going to hold you back, and I'm going to suck out the best parts of your life. I'm not going to give you the whole protection. I'm not going to enter into a marriage covenant with you. But what I'm going to do is just keep you on the outskirts. I'm going to bait you with my words. But the love of the Father is not in you, because the love of the Father would never do that to another human. The love of the Father would not string somebody along. The love of the Father wouldn't fornicate with somebody, then try to act like, everything's okay, that you're not doing something evil. The love of the Father is not in you. And so that's what he means by the love of the Father. It doesn't mean that God doesn't love you, but it's saying that the love of the Father is not in you because you do not seek the best for that person. Let's do another one. Let's say you're on the street and you want a DVD, so you go ahead and buy a bootleg DVD. Now you're teaching that person who you're buying from that it's all right to steal. The love of the Father is not in you. Pride of life. That's talking about that you trust in your own resources, that you trust in your ability to get things done without trusting the things of God. The love of the Father is not in you. In other words, you might have a family, they struggling, you're going to come up with your own ideals, you're going to conjure up something that is not directed by God. You might buy a truck without consulting your wife or your bills or anything like that. The love of the Father is not in you because the lust of the eyes when you saw that truck and your pride that you have hooked up to your own resources. You trust in your own resources. You trust in your own ability to get things done. That's the pride of life. And the love of the Father is not in you because you put your family in jeopardy. You're not thinking about your sons. You're not thinking about your daughters. If you drink, if you indulge in alcohol and wine and the lust of the flesh and the cravings for alcohol, and you crave for the effects of the alcohol running through your body, that you depend on drink to calm you down. You depend on pills to bring you to a euphoric state. You depend on the things of the world. If you love the world, if you trust in its resources, then the love of the Father is not in you. And the way you turn it around is by trusting in the Lord, by trusting in His principles, by not loving the things of God. Not loving the things of Satan, but loving the things of God more than your own very life. Hi, this is Blaine and you've been listening to the Church in Henderson.